everybody. So this is, in the dungeon, this is what we're talking about, the 5 offensive keys to victory. So the Chargers have a very good coaching staff. We understand that. Not only have a very good coaching staff, they have a very good defense. They've been one of the top defenses in the league so far this year. But also, too, they haven't played anything like the Chiefs. So when we know that they're sitting there, they're going against, the Panthers, okay, who can't crush a grape. They got Andy Dalton in. The Red Rockets come in and start changing things a little bit. But, Bryce was a guy that was in there before. Easy guy like that they could go ahead and mix it up with. So when I'm thinking about offenses that they've actually looked at and what they've seen this year, they haven't seen anything like the Chiefs. They haven't seen anything like the Chiefs. And we've been looking for the Chiefs to get on board, for this offense to click. And so we're going to see it this week. So for us, when I'm talking about the 5 offensive things that you have to do to beat the Chargers, this is the keys to it. Number 1, our first thing we have to think of, right? We must block the defensive end, Khalil Mack. Okay? We have to understand and engage and control the line of scrimmage. Bottom line, first and foremost, we got to understand that matchup with Khalil Mack, okay, and Wanye Morris is going to be a heavy thing for us to deal with. The best way you can do that with, you make sure you chip. You got to go into the game thinking that you're going to chip Khalil Mack, okay? Bosa's not going to play. Bud Dupree's going to be on the other side. Bud Dupree, another guy, premier pass rusher, does a very good job against the run. He's a handful. So we know we got to control the line of scrimmage. Beat up the defensive ends, beat up the defensive tackles. We got to control the line of scrimmage. Give Wanye Morris some help. Don't go in and thinking, okay, we're going to just let him go ahead and fly. We do that, we're going to be behind the 8 ball. We can't get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. We need Patrick to pick everybody off in that secondary because they're going to be without Derwin James, and that's a good thing for us. So that's going to bode well for us. So control the line of scrimmage. Number 2, we must protect the football. You got to protect the football. Look, when you go through the percentages on winning a game, the more you cut down with, the turnovers on offense, the better chance and opportunity you have to win. So we got to understand we got to protect the football. I think they said something that Patrick has thrown an interception, I think 12 of the last 14 games, something like that. It's way too much. That's way too much. So we got to understand that we got to protect the football. So if it's Patrick making sure that he reads the defenses, or it's a running back with the football, protect it, high and tight with that ball when you're running through that line because they are thinking about stripping the ball out of you, okay? Do a very good job with the linebackers to come up and play. And their secondary do a good job of tackling. Number 3, we got to put the players in a position to make plays. Period. Bottom line. I put this on Nagy and Andy. We've heard so much talk about being a vanilla offense, and somebody's talked about that. And I'm gonna say this: there's some things that I agree with, but those guys got to understand and figure out we got to do a much better job to get the balls in the hand of the playmakers. We have to do that. We got to be able to make sure we put them in a position to make plays. That's going to be on Andy. It's going to be on Nagy. It's going to be on the guys that's running the routes. So whether it is Travis Kelce, Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy, Juju, Watson, okay, Sky Moore, or the running backs, okay, the matchups are going to work. We just got to put the guys in the right matchups to win. I think we should be able to do it. Number four thing, okay, number 87 has to be engaged this entire game. We got to go to Travis Kelce. We got to give it to him, right? Look, they've been sitting there talking the whole time, discussing that something is going wrong with Travis Kelce. Is Taylor Swift, right? Patrick Mahomes. They got a little beef in there. All of that silliness, right, that y'all want to deal with, the mini-series and the drama that y'all watch, put all that in. Let's get the ball to number 87, put him in the position we talked about, number 3, to get him engaged. Number 4, 87 has to get engaged, has to get him in there early, okay? We haven't forgot about it. He's due for a good game, due for a big game. Why not do it against an AFC West opponent that is right now a little wounded on their side? Number 5, run. All right, I'm going to press my hand out, but, the ring almost come off. That's it. So when we talk about run the football, Carson Steele has been doing it. We know that, right? Carson Steele has been a beast We call him Baby Thor. He has been sitting over there running the rock as hard as he possibly can. I love every bit of it. Now we talked about Sanjay, P-Ryan, coming in, catching the ball out the backfield, getting some screens. Those things like that, we keep that going. The man of the hour, what we have been waiting on. We have been waiting on Kareem Hunt is back in the building, baby. He is back in the building. So Andy said, we got to give him a couple of looks. We brought him over here for a long time. It's a long time coming. Kareem Hunt, give the ball to him. Run, run, run. And it opens up the pass. We understand that. But when we get in the red zone, we got to open up those holes, okay? Get up to the second level, those linebackers and those safeties. And we got to destroy it with our running backs. Hey, even if we go like, 2 running backs in, we can do that. Carson still can be the fullback, leading in the hole. Get those things done. As long as we do those things, we should be victorious. A very, very confident victory against the Bolts, okay, offensively. Now, let's go to the defensive side of the ball, okay? We're going to talk about the defensive side of the ball. I think the same thing, right? We're going to talk about what we talking about, controlling the line of scrimmage. We find that Mike Dannon is not going to be out of the game. So our defensive end, Mike Dannon, is out of the game this week. That's fine. Look, our young rookie, Felix, second-year player. I'm calling him a rookie. Shoot, Felix, second-year player. Second-year player, Charles. We've been looking for him to come and actually make his presence known. Got a little sack last week. Now we're sitting over saying, you're the guy this week. You're the guy. So we got to have a good game from him, George Kalafdis, CJ. We need to understand that Turk Warrington has been doing a tremendous job up front. We got to make sure we punish him up front. Joe Walt is out for him. They're going to be missing 2 offensive guard tackles, Joe Walt and another guy. Well, the thing is, you take advantage of it. Justin Herbert's walking around, man. Look, we got a wounded animal on our hands, okay? Wounded. So why not go down, take care of business, okay? Finish him off, all right? Finish him off. I've always said it, put him on a picket, barbecue him up. We'll make sure we go ahead and take care of that on the defensive line of scrimmage. Number 2, we got to make the linebackers flow, okay? Look, J.K. Dobbins has been doing a great job running the football with him, okay? We've seen, when you control the defensive line of scrimmage, play on their side of the ball, it was beautiful how they did it last week. We got to make Nick Bolton, we got to make sure Drew Tranquil, who was back home against the Chargers, okay, make their presence known. Chanel, look, we know he's right now, he's been a young linebacker, top of the line. Those guys got to come in and attack, okay? J.K. Dobbins, take them out of the game. Create pressure with those guys. And look, we know Spags does a good job bringing different packages in, okay, bringing Brits. But we got to let those linebackers flow. We got to let them run, okay? We do that, we're going to be fine, okay? Number 3, talked about it. On the other side of the ball, we protect the ball. On this side of the ball, defense, we got to create turnovers. You got to create turnovers, okay? So we talk about creating turnovers, getting the strip sack. Time for McDuffie to get one, taking one back to the house. Tamari Thomas, a very young safety, has been doing a great job for us, okay? He's been all over the field. It's time for everybody to get that energy, okay, to show up for the game. So we go down there and create turnovers against them on their field. You do that, you're going to take them out of the game easy. You're going to take them out early. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about destroying them, leaving nothing for anybody to see, okay? Harbaugh's going to be picking up pieces. I'm looking for a Harbaugh to pick pieces up off the line. He's going to be picking them up from everywhere, bro. You know what I mean? That's what we're thinking about. So we got to make sure, man, when we sit over there, we got to create turnovers, okay? More guys got to get involved, strip sack, get the ball out, catch some balls out. We're going to be fine, okay? Number four, we got to make sure we control the red zone. Control the red zone. We get down there 20 on in, okay? We want to make kick field goals. Our thing is, shoot, 30 to 30, we don't even want them to get down there, bro. We don't even want to get down there. So we sitting over saying if they do get down there, we're going to make sure they're kicking threes. That's it. You're going to go for field goals. You ain't going to see the house. Ain't no pay dirt around us, okay? Everything you do in the 20 going on in, hey, that's our zone. That's where we take care of things. So it's almost like in the basketball, you control the paint. That's the paint for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the paint. So that's what we got to do. We got to make sure we keep those guys out all day long. All day long. So, hey, I don't care what they do when they get down to 20, they get down there, hit them in the mouth. We got to attack them at that point, okay? Number 5 thing, okay, the 5th thing that we have to do when we get out there for the Chargers, we got to take the crowd of it, and we got to make these guys submit. We talking about submit, we talking about imposing our will. What does opposing our will mean? When I'm talking about opposing our will, I'm talking about every time somebody has a ball in their hand, we're thinking about punishment. We're thinking about violence. We're thinking about taking over, and we're thinking about making sure these guys don't want to play football. We want to embarrass them in their house. That's what we have to do. So we want to impose our will. We want to punish these guys, take them out early so they don't have nothing left, and Harbaugh's picking up the pieces. So I think if we do that, we come out victorious. We get on a flight. We come back to Kansas City, okay? We'll leave them in the dust, leave the pieces for Harbaugh and those guys to pick up. Hey, man, we are ready to go. We are ready to go. So what do you think about that? How you feel about it?
Man, you covered that pretty good, man. I'm proud of you. Offense and defense, man. I mean, the first 5, and, man, just like you said, you got to punish them. You got to hit them in the mouth. If they in the red zone, man, you got to knock them out of the red zone and put them in the purple zone. So when you hit them in the mouth instead of the red, man, they can be turning purple. And that's what you want to do. Instead of that 3, instead of kicking the field goal, you don't want them to score anything.
That's right.
0.
That's right.
In the red zone. So, man, I think you hit the nail on the head, bro.
That's awesome. It, man. That's it.
Come on, baby. Go. Yes. That's a first down. It's a first down. It's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. I'm gonna echo Charles here.
Awesome.
100%. That was fantastic, JD. You got everybody in the chat firing up. Optimistic James says we need every Chief listening to this. So I agree with Optimistic James there. I think everyone needs to listen to what you just said.
Absolutely, man. Look, I stay so hyped just thinking about the game. When we would go out before you hit the field, I will be the guy kind of talking to the tight ends and the run backs and everything. I'm like the hype man when I come in. And I can't help it. I just, when I'm sitting over there, like my brother said, we're warriors. That's what we are. When we coming in, it's no mercy. We give no quarters, right? That's what we do. So when we go in, we are making sure that we're imposing our will from the kickoff to the very last whistle. That's the way it's got to be. And I'm looking for our offense to do that. Our defense is going to carry us through, but our offense need to score points. So instant bruises. I like what you all said. Instant bruises. Yes, sir. John Clippers said JD needs a big yes. So we good. Chris Powell, my brother, good seeing you. Chris Powell.
Can I have one note for offense on one thing some of you said?
Yes.
I, for many reasons, love and would want to get Kelsey involved. I don't want Patrick to feel so much pressure that he's forcing it to him, which might cause an interception. That's what I don't want that. Because, when I was doing the bets and going over the game in my head, I was like, yeah, he's listening to all this noise. Exactly what you said. He's listening to all the noise. He's going to get in the ball. I don't want him to be so hell-bent on getting the ball that he's just forcing it in there to prove a point. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Avoid temptation and avoid the.
So Taser, I agree 100%. So when I mean that, going back to the point of like Nagy and Andy putting them in a position to make plays, I think what we had to do is create a couple of catches for him to get going early. And so some of those plays that we have been given to Rashid Rice, move Kelsey around. Kelsey has been more stationary this year than he has been in past. I don't think people have really seen that, because we use him as blocking. We use him doing chipping. So we got to move him around a little bit. So we want to confuse the defense. And the thing is, it's easy when we see man, right, when he's going in motion. The thing is, if he's going in motion and nobody moves, we know what zone. At that point, we want Kelsey to rule the zone wherever he is, quick passes, get it in his hands, let him get up, let him throw it down, let him give a couple kisses up there to Taylor Swift, okay, or whoever. All right, and let this joker go in. Let's get him going, Tage. Come on, baby. Let's get him going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Yeah, I think he's been like a
The fantasy owner in me and the chief fan in me
know.
wants Kelsey to get going.
Yeah,
What
we're
did you
working, man.
say,
We're
Charles?
sneaking in.
I said I think he's been like a decoy long enough. And I think that's what he's been used as, a decoy. Now he's been double team, triple team, whatever the case may have been. But I think it's time for him to break out. And I think that they should give him a little short pass here, short pass there, even just to build up his confidence. We don't know what kind of confidence, what he's doing, we don't know. But if you throw him most passes, 1 or 2 or 3, man, he's going to open up, man. And then after that, man, he's just going to let loose and he's going to be the old Kelsey.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like Maria Turner says, Killer Trav is showing up. Yes, he is. I made this statement on Twitter. I said, look, he's been the Freddy Krueger and giving them nightmares of defense. That's what he's been doing, okay? And they making sure that they trying to take him out of it, okay?
Yeah.
Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, whatever it is, they know Killer Trav is that guy. They know he's that guy. And I'll say this, because I don't want to be remiss. I do believe, and I made this statement, that Travis and Patrick have been so good, I think they've taken for granted how good they have been with everybody else. So some of their mechanics, some of the time it has been off because they've just been so dominant. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anybody else. It's like you got to go back to the basics. Everybody has 1 or 2 bad games, and you start looking at it and say, hey, man, what can we do better? So hopefully, man, they'll start getting back into the fundamentals and mechanics. And the one I showed on Twitter about how he ran that route, kind of just falling into it, and Patrick not looking at him the way he should. They got to be more crisp in what they're doing. Okay, they got to lead the way. And so when we talk about the fundamentals, we talk about attention to detail. They got to do it this game.
Yeah, I agree, and I think with what Patrick said this week, the fact that teams are going to be keying in on Rashee Rice, and now once they realize that Rashee Rice is a guy he's throwing the ball to, he doesn't mind throwing to him 15 times a game, then you really can't double Travis anymore. You kind of have to go single coverage on everybody. We're trying to think of different ways other than just doubling Travis, and then you can cook defenses with single coverage on Travis. So I think that's coming either this week or next week. But Chargers are going to have a handful without Derwin James against Travis Kelce this week. That's been his nemesis when we go against the Chargers.
That's right. That's right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.